Hello, everybody. What's up? What's going on? And welcome to the 82nd episode of Raptors in One. Well, ladies and gents, just when we take one step forward, we somehow take two steps back. And lately we've been playing some decent basketball, but it's also because we've been playing against teams that we should be beating. Um, However, I think the last game that we've played against the Boston Celtics was definitely a reality check. So, I'm going to be talking about this. So, without any further ado, let's get it. And before I continue on, if you like the content, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And of course, if you want to check out some more of my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join the Raptors in One family. You're more than welcome. And hit the comment section as well. Share your opinions with me. But of course, keep it respectful. Hardcore Raptors fans, diehard Raptors fans, if you are gonna have some hurt feelings from this video, you might as well just skip along. Seriously, because I am gonna be dropping some hard truths. Um, and yes, you might think it's a little harsh, just because of one game, just because we played against a very excellent team in Boston Celtics. But there is a reason for that, and the reason being we're so close now to the play-in tournament. And I'm not expecting. Um, yeah, let's just say that yes, we did put up a good fight, but they didn't have some of their very notable players in Al Horford, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart. I mean, they didn't have quite a bit of their players. And yes, they still have a formidable team. And they have a very good coach. He really outcoached Nick Nurse on this game for sure. But it wasn't just the coaching, it was even the players. And everybody knew their roles. Everybody bought in their roles. And they just looked like a team. I think the Raptors put up a decent fight. But considering we had our best of the best, we couldn't match up with their bench even. I mean, wow, that is not a good sign. And now you might think, I'm being very harsh. Here's the thing. I am a hardcore Raptors fan, but I'm also not a naive fan. Okay? It's one thing to be diehard, always choosing the Raptors to win, but let's get this reality check here. They are not a playoff team. Yep, it pains me to say this because even if they were to make it to the playoffs, they're not going to make it past that first round. Let's just do a quick breakdown of what can happen in the play-in tournament. So in the play-in tournament, at the moment, we're sitting on the 9th spot, possibly facing the 10th spot Chicago Bulls. We have 2 games left. Tonight we're going to be playing the Boston Celtics again. Now this is like a kind of, again, you have like this playoff feel to it. And tonight, the Boston Celtics are not going to have most of their starters. So if you thought not having Al Horford, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart wasn't enough, they're probably not going to have Jaylen Brown as well. And they're not going to have Derek White as well. So they're going to have their bench. Now, their bench is a decent bench. So, needless to say, our last 2 games of the season is going to be tough. And I don't know Atlanta Hawks' schedule, but it seems like Atlanta Hawks are trending in the right direction now. Yes, they may not also have as hard of a competition as we do to end the season, but needless to say, they're probably going to secure that 8th spot and for the play-in tournament. Having said that, this is going to be very crucial how the Raptors finish this season. I think there's still hope that, there's hope, very slim hope, very small percentage of hope, but there's still hope that the Raptors could take that 8th spot. And I believe we really need that 8th spot. The reason why I'm saying that is because as much confidence as I have in the squad, I'm starting to lose that confidence in the squad. Um, I feel like, you know, there has to be some internal conflict. Some conflict, maybe they're not happy with the management, or how things are being run, or maybe even not happy with the coaching. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, they need to nip that in the bud now. The play-in tournament is just almost upon us. If we make it to the 8th seed, then we play possibly Miami Heat. And if that's the case, uh, why that would be the best case scenario for this Raptors squad at the moment is because even if we were to lose to the 7th seed, let's say Miami Heat, if we were to lose to the Miami Heat, Miami automatically qualifies for the playoffs, and they will secure the 7th seed. Now, just because we have lost to the 7th seed doesn't mean the battle for the 8th seed is out, because now we get to the loser of the 7th and 8th would get another chance and play the winner of the 9th and 10th seed, which is why it is absolutely important, whether we get the 8th seed or not, the Raptors need to finish the season on a strong point. And that means you're going to have to start playing playoff ball. You don't have a choice. The way it's going, you may not even get to see the playoffs. At least play a playoff ball. Get yourself in that mindset, get your team on the same page, get into that playoff mentality. It's about time. If we do secure the 9th spot, like we are currently in, it's a one and done. We have to win. We have to beat the Bulls. Yes, the Bulls are in the 10th spot. Now think about that. I think a lot of people are underestimating the Bulls because they feel like we can match up well against the Bulls. I think, yes, we probably would match up well against the Bulls, but you cannot underestimate the Bulls, especially because they still have very legitimate threats. They still have DeMar DeRozan, obviously. He could definitely be a Raptors killer, and he could go off at any moment. Then you have Nikola Vucevic. He's definitely, yes, we do have Jakob Poeltl to kind of now anchor our center and possibly slow down Vucevic, but Vucevic can also extend the floor. So now we've got a problem because now that's going to take Jakob away from the center. And, unless they decide to switch him up with maybe perhaps Pascal on Vuce, it's possible anything can happen. But, again, we got Jakob for the center, so that's okay. Then you got Zach LaVine. And sure, you might think, well, you know what? It's a no-brainer. OG's guarding Zach, right? But again, Zach is also one of those microwave players. As soon as he catches fire, it doesn't matter how good of a defender is on him. He's either he's either going to the basket or he's hitting that three in your face, right? So it's going to be an interesting matchup. It's going to be surprisingly good play-in tournament game, especially because it's like, wow, it's DeMar DeRozan, who was Mr. Raptor, arguably, when he was here, and he's going to face against his old team, and of course, he's mentored quite a few of those players in the Raptors team. So that's going to be an interesting story. Of course, it's also going to be interesting if it was against Miami, because then we're facing Kyle Lowry, who's the GOAT, greatest Raptor of all time, right? So that's him and Freddie going head to head. That would be an interesting matchup for sure. But then you got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets, you just can't sleep on him. If you were to ask me right now, I think we can make it out of the play-in tournament. Whether we get the 7th seed out of the play-in tournament or the 8th seed, I'm not entirely sure. But I think the best case scenario for the Raptors is if we get out on the 8th seed. If that does happen, if we do secure the 8th seed, we will get to face the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, granted, Milwaukee Bucks is a tough test, but it's not a test that cannot be overcome. I think we would definitely match up better. I'm not saying extremely well or that we're definitely got this in the bag. I'm saying we match up better against the Milwaukee Bucks as opposed to the Boston Celtics. Again, if you haven't watched any of my videos, go ahead, check them out, because I have mentioned in the past that, again, this league is a matchup driven league. Just because you have the number one seed doesn't mean, you're making it to the finals automatically. No, sometimes you may come across a team who is a lower seed that just matches up well against you. And the next thing you know, you're seeing yourself out of the playoffs. It can happen. If we do get the 7th seed, we got to face Boston Celtics. That's it. We're done. Barring injuries. And this is crazy for me to say this, because I honestly feel like the Raptors can match up decently against the Celtics. But for me to go ahead and say this, that barring injuries, as in their whole starting unit's got to be injured. You can't even have, any one of Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Derek White. You can't have any one of them being healthy, because then they'll carry the rest of their bench. And the bench, the Celtics team is a deep team. And of course, the coach, he's a good coach. He coaches well. The players are responding to him. Now, obviously, as we get deeper into the playoffs, it's not going to get any easier. Then we got to eventually face Philly, or even New York, whatever, right? You're going to be facing one of these teams. It's just not getting easier. I feel like the Raptors just need to get that reality check. They just need to. I think they're trying, but maybe they're trying too hard. They just need to just play their basketball, just their style of basketball. But for that to happen, the bench really needs to show up. We can't just keep relying on our starters. I'm already seeing that the starters are, yes, they played well against Charlotte. Yes, the starters got a lot of rest in that game. But Charlotte's not making the playoffs. Hell, they're not even making the play-in tournament. The starters need a lot more rest than just that one game. They need to know that they can rely on the bench. Bench needs to come out. My verdict for tonight's game, as much as I want to say, yes, the Raptors are going to win, let's be realistic here. Boston, this one is a tough one to actually call, because, if Jaylen Brown's not going to play, Jason Tatum's not coming back, Al Horford's not coming back, Marcus Smart's not playing, Derek White's not playing, but the Celtics bench is so good, they could give even the Raptors starters a run for their money. And if I'm the Raptors and I see this, I'm thinking to myself, we need to make a statement. We need to make it now. We can't say that their bench can hang with the starters. The starters need to just run amok on them. Just run them out of the game. You should be having an easy 20-point lead before the half, or at the half. And then, man, this should be a win for the Raptors, but, man, I really hope I'm wrong, but I'm saying the Celtics are winning this one. Yes, I am really disheartened, ladies and gents, but I'm still a Raptors fan. I'm obviously still going to watch this game. So that's all I got for today, folks. Again, thank you for watching this. And if you like the content, of course, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And, hit the subscribe button, hit the comment section. And let's just cheer for the Raptors, man. Let's just win this season on a high note, on a winning note. Let's beat the Boston Celtics. Let's beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go in with that full confidence in the play-in tournament. Let's just kill it. Until next time, hopefully on a winning note, I'm out.